Okay, today we are going to see about fuzzy logic. Usually in our lives, we have a wide range of emotions or feelings. Most of the times, if we feel angry, we burst out at people. Or if we are too meek, we do not talk at all. We keep the stress burdening up in our heads. And it's not either the extreme cases that happen. There's a wide range of emotion that can be displayed. Either you talk it to someone, you probably share it with someone, gossip about it. You have various kinds of feelings. You have revengeful feelings. You have so many other things if you get angry. So we tend to quantize our feelings. And that's something that is not catered to in our computer languages. We have either 1 or 0. So here we deal in fuzzy logic with all the things that are between 0 and 1. So this is almost like sets. You have multiple criteria which are included into the sets. So you have a difference rather than the sets. You'd have a different kind of a notation wherein the tilde comes in. So you have A tilde, B tilde, C tilde, whatever you want to add, you can add on. Now, as for sets, you have a union which has a different formula altogether. But over here, in fuzzy logic, you have a different formula. So A and B are probably members which have a particular membership. So we have a great big way of displaying the whole of the set. And now this you can find out. Okay, so for example, you can see in this you have A tilde to be shown as membership 1 upon member 1 comma or plus membership 2 upon member 2 and so on. So this can be one particular set. So if I say A tilde union B tilde, it's always the maximum of A and B having the same members and different membership. So the different membership amongst which you have to find out the maximum, and for intersection the minimum. For A complement, it's 1 minus the membership value, and then you have A with B, wherein you do the A tilde intersection of B tilde complement, which is the minimum of A and B tilde complement. So this is how you explain this. And yeah, so the difference is difference between the memberships. Now the composition is a new type of a thing in fuzzy logic. So if you see, we can denote it as R is equal to S with a dot without the center T. So how you explain this is with an example, definitely, otherwise we won't understand it as much. So what if we have a bigger set? Okay, so I have something like x1, x2 and y1, y2, y3. Here y1, y2 and z1, z2, z3. Now if you have something like this, you usually want to perform something on it, but definitely you cannot use this because it follows also the matrix rules. So it should be something like x into y and y into z. So the y should always be same, only then it will function. But over here it does not follow the same thing. Y is 3 in the first case and y is 2 in the second case. So in S you have 3 y's and in T you have 2 y's. Now when you come on to the second example, which is right, you have 2 y's and 2 y's in both of those. So you can imagine this to be S and this to be T. Now you have x comma y is equal to, so this is as it is. So this y and this y are same. So you can perform some function on it. Now how are we supposed to perform a function on it? So you need to understand that you have to take the so if you want, okay, so finally when we have a matrix, you always write it as x cross z. Now since your x is 2 and your z is 3, it should be 2 cross 3. So it will be something like this. Perfect. So now what are we going to do is find out the x1 z1. So how are we going to find out the x1 z1 is by using this thing. So now x1 is this whole line over here. Now it's 1 and 2. So since y is same over here, we are going to just take this 1 and 2. But over here, what we are going to do is this y, okay, so this z1 is also having 2 things, right? So we are going to take this first one and this first 3 and compare between the two, and we are going to take the minimum of it. We are again going to compare this one, the x1 y2 and the z1 y2, and take the minimum of it. Now we get two values within a bracket. Now within those two values we are going to take the max of it. And now in this, if we see, the minimum of 1 and 3 is 1, 2 and 6 is 2. So the minimum of these both is 1. So the first value will be x1 of x1 z1 will be 1. And thereby you can always form. That's all for today. Thank you.